Welcome back, episode 2 of the D-DUP podcast. We got an excited show for you guys tonight. We got everything from sports, entertainment, relationships. We're going to talk a little about the culture, of course. I'm your host, Darius Butler.
And I'm Danielle.
And we're excited. I want to get back into it. The biggest thing you guys talked about last week was these cuff cards. So we're gonna get right back into these cuff cards. We'll probably sprinkle a little more in throughout the show, add a little juice.
A little cuff break.
Little more debate. So get started. You gonna shuffle them up?
Blood.
That's black.
That's black. All right.
Ladies at the card table.
Go ahead, pull.
Whew. All right. Okay, we're in Miami, so this may be a little different out here. What time is considered inappropriate to come back in the house after a night out with friends?
I think it depends on when you're in a relationship.
I would
okay.
assume,
So, it depends on where you're going. Like if you're at the movie theaters, if you're at your homegirl's house.
What time?
If you're at a club in Miami, I would say like 4. If you're at dinner with friends, I would say you should be at home by midnight.
Okay. Well, I mean, my girl, I would probably say 3 o'clock. You should be heading home. I don't care what you do. At 3 o'clock, you should be heading home. Anything later than that, I think it's a little inappropriate for me. I think it's different men and women because it's a safety thing after a certain time.
There's a double standard, guys.
Basically, there always is.
Because what time do you think it's appropriate for you to come home?
I mean, I just think I just gotta come home, like you know.
So if you
home, I beat the son. You can beat the son. You beat the son home. You beat the son. But you come up
as a man, you can beat the son. As a woman,
you shouldn't be worried about me.
Beat 3
a.m. Yeah, be in contact with you throughout the night, but 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I should be telling you good night or whatever. I'm good. Be home. You know what I'm saying? Have on something sexy when I get there. Stop playing, man. Double standard.
Ridiculous. Shit. Are humans really built to love only one person in their lifetime?
No. I'll give you a quick answer for that.
Yeah, that was an easy one. No. I think no. Like, I believe in soulmates. I think you even have more than one.
More than one soulmate?
Yeah.
That was an easy one. So how many more you want to do?
Let's do 2 more. 2
more. Oh, that one flipped over. I'll give it to you.
Explain the difference between making love and having sex. That is a huge difference. I feel like having sex it's just physical. You're just getting your physical.
You're just getting your rocks off, huh?
Fulfillment. And I think making love is more of an emotional connection. You're kissing, you're touching, foreplay is involved. You're connecting mentally and emotionally, and you're stimulating every sense versus you getting just your rocks off and you just fulfilling like the physical needs.
I think you pretty much covered that. That was a good one. I don't even think I have
it.
Yeah, I was
Which
good.
do you prefer, love making or sex?
Love making. Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
You're old now. Fuck, come on. How long does good sex really last? A lot of sex in here.
Sex is on my mind.
So how long? Like I'm thinking they mean, I guess throughout a sexual relationship with whoever.
No, they're saying how long should a man last?
No, they're not saying in one.
Yes, they are. They're not. They're saying like good sex last. How long does good sex last? So if like you and I were, or you and someone else were actively engaged in intercourse.
I think the sweet spot. right about that, between that 17 and 20-minute range. That little area right there. I think that's you.
The whole thing, including foreplay and penetration, is that 17 minutes of
I
penetration?
mean, well, you including foreplay. I mean, depending on what you into. I ain't got 30 minutes is my man. Like, come on now, you got shit to do. Time is money.
I don't think you'll get any complaints from 30 minutes
total. What's your? It's not one sided.
Yeah, I think 30 minutes total is good. Like, if you talking 15 minutes or whatever, like, that's a little bit short.
30 minutes, that's a little.
I think 30 minutes with everything, including like foreplay and everything. I think that's good spot. It should take 30 minutes if both people are getting pleased. Somebody not getting what they need if it's only 15 minutes. I'll tell you that right now. Someone got the short end of the stick or has a short stick or something.
Like Bernie Mac said.
Shit, but I got mine. You better get yours.
Hey, a heavyweight. You
got a timer on?
It's around in the heavyweight bout is 3 minutes.
Listen.
Shit.
Y'all need to build y'all stamina up. Y'all need a condition. Like, y'all condition for sports.
Listen, I'm going to tell you this.
Some of y'all need a condition for
somebody up in there for 30, 45
minutes.
I'm
not saying trash.
He getting the short end of the stick.
Listen, obviously, it should 30, 45 minutes.
30, 45. Oh, we fucking all night.
Nobody wants that. Girls don't even want that.
I'm tired. Look. My back. But yeah, so that's it for the cuff cards for now. These are some good ones, though.
Those were.
I mean, what happened this week? The Pro Bowl happened.
The Pro Bowl happened.
Nobody really watched the Pro Bowl. All right?
No one.
Why, though? Why as a fan?
Because it's like there's no competition, first of all. No one's trying to get hurt. It's boring as hell to watch. Like, I think there's more pleasure in, like, the dodgeball games.
Skills
and
competition.
I
agree.
The fun stuff. I feel like if they want, what they could do is maybe have like a flag football game because what's the point of playing?
Like you said,
it's stupid.
Yeah,
it's literally dumb. They're not incentivized to go hard. You don't want to get injured. That little bit of change, 30-something thousand for the losers and 60-something thousand with these big old contracts. They not checking for that money.
They should just make it a great experience for the family, for the players.
Right.
The skills competition, all that stuff is exciting for the fans. But as far as the game go, it's not very competitive. People don't really want to watch that. But got the biggest game of the year coming up. We talked about it a little bit last week. Yeah. Patriots Rams. One more prediction.
If I had to put money on it, it just kind of depends on if Gurley is healthy.
Okay.
Because he's going to make a big impact. And if he isn't, and he's not going to be out there like that, then if I had to put money on it, I'm not betting against the Pats.
I'm going to Patriots. Easy. Simple, plain. Tom Brady, Belichick. They got 2 weeks to game plan.
If Gurley is good, though, I feel like the Rams definitely.
If Gurley's good, I think priority number one for the Patriots would be to stop the run. And then, Tom going to do what he do. They didn't have Edelman last year in the playoff in the Super Bowl, so I think that'll make a big difference. But what else we got going on in sports? We'll get the sports out the way, get back to the juicy stuff. What else we got? Basketball. AD made some noise.
Anthony Davis.
The man demanded his trade from asked for a trade from the Pelicans. Mm-hmm. He happens to have the same agent as LeBron. A lot of speculation he's going to end up in L.A. I think that's where he's going to end up. They've been talking about it for half the year now. I think L.A. I think it's a foregone conclusion at this point.
What 50 Cent said on Power? Hey, if they say he's moving, whatever they say he doing, he doing.
So that's a fact.
Honestly, obviously, he has a house in L.A. that he bought a few years back. That's where he trains during the off season.
Damn, they got the school.
Whatever.
I ain't know you had the school.
Stop it.
Is this dirt or?
Stop it.
That's next, right?
I have friends that play for the Pelicans. I've obviously been to a lot of Pelicans games in New Orleans. And he's a valuable asset. Mm-hmm. He should go. Like, Boston can't attain him until July. Yep. So he's locked in. Honestly speaking, I would he should wait to see, like, if I were doing the trade, see what Boston, because they have more to offer him, obviously. But you want to keep your number one client
Man, you
happy.
better team up with LeBron. Team
Nah,
up with LeBron.
yeah, you want to keep it. If
beat the
LeBron wants you,
Warriors.
it's like whatever I got to do. They're gonna
That's the
have
only
to give
goal.
up some good players.
That's the only goal.
For
Give
them
him
though,
up.
Pelicans gonna want. They
Take
gonna
'em.
want. They gonna want Ball. They
Take
gonna want
'em.
Lonzo.
Take 'em.
They gonna whatever they want.
Take the coach too, whoever you want.
Whatever
you
they
got it.
want.
Bring him over here with Bron.
Hey,
Let's figure this
but
thing out.
They gonna be a problem because AD. He's wasting away with the Pelicans. Like, they don't have nobody.
Yeah.
Come on now.
They want a chance
They
to
don't
compete.
got nobody. Their tickets go for $5 some games. Promise you.
Hey, we're gonna take a little break on that note. $5.
$5.
We back with some juice. Juice.
All right.
But this is what I'm saying though. You can't tell nobody to keep that energy. Even, I ain't gonna. We've had some great leaders in our community. No, you can't say that. You like who you like. At the end of the day, you like who you like.
Who you like. I like who I like. But my whole thing is the problem with black men that are in discussion now isn't that they like what they like. The problem is they try to bring down black women.
You sound like Jules again. You sound like Jules now.
No, the problem is they sound like literally Django, basically. What's the what was Samuel Jackson?
What they say about black women?
No, like I've literally had homegirls of opposite race tell me, well, the reason why black guys don't like you guys is because they tell me, literally, dead serious, that you guys are combative and aggressive. And they just don't want all that frustration. Like, they want us to be their peace. And, no, dead serious. And I'm like, wait. Like, and I literally could call out names. And these dudes are really telling these people, like, the reason why I go after white women. And that is my preference. And I've had this conversation with several people before where, black men have said, I do not date black women. And I feel
have you ever heard a black woman say she don't date black men?
I've heard black women say that
white?
I've heard black women say that they now like what likes them, because they'll say, oh, black guys don't go for me. So
I think most of black dudes I know are with black women, but I feel like it's always gonna be people like who they like. So and everybody is so different, especially down here. It's so many different type of people down here. Like I don't
have a problem with you liking who you like.
Don't down what you don't like.
I have not don't down what you don't like. Don't down your own race. You should never do that. My best friends, I would love if anybody, if any dude that gets or those are gonna be great women. Like any guy that gets them is lucky. I would never be like, oh well, she's white. She's that's not my issue. My issue is you excluding your own race. We're the only race. Like you don't see Asians for the most part.
I know some people of other races who say I don't date my race.
That's few and far between. It's very common with our
especially
race.
down here. I know a lot of Spanish women who I don't date Spanish men.
They date black men. A lot of because now black men now you got every race saying they date. Now you got black men are trending right now. So it's like
black men are trending.
Trending. So now you got all races saying that I prefer black men. Period. Now when
I know a lot of different races that's dating black women too.
My point is this: not black
and
men.
That's
which race? The black.
That's a common misconception that black men don't date black women. Even regardless of the broke friends I have, the in the middle friends I have, the rich friends I have. Mm-hmm. For the majority, I would probably say at least an 80% clip that black people.
Where are you getting these stats from?
Who are you? Look it up. Let's look it up. How about that? Look it up live. What you want me to type into Google?
Percentage of. I don't even know how Google would know this though.
Just say it. Let's just see.
Maybe say percent of black men married to.
Date black women.
I just feel like if it's a survey, like people know
in
what
search
the right
of,
thing
in
to
search of
say
black
is.
on black love. I want to see some stats. According to a 2015 Pew Research study, 75% of recently married black men were married to black women. In other words, black men who marry black women are the norm. And contrary to popular belief, that percentage was even higher for college-educated black men and those who earn more than $100,000 per year, according to a Howard University study.
I've never been surveyed, so I don't even believe those stuff. I don't know anybody who's ever been surveyed. None of my friends have ever been asked such a question.
Okay.
I don't know anybody who's ever been surveyed. You can say that about
any study ever, right?
No, because the other studies are scientifically controlled. This is not there's no control.
You went to college.
There's no, yes.
Yeah, so you went to college. You study a group of people. It's not going to say I got interviewed or you got interviewed.
Listen, I'm talking like this is saying.
But that was based off marriages, though. So
I'm talking about relationships.
So when you sign marriage, black.
That's different.
Black.
That's marriage. That's based on marriage.
So what are we talking about here? Like I said, these are people. I'm based off the people that I know. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's not that anything is wrong with dating who you date, but for the majority, people date people who look like them. Most of my white friends.
All right, let's end on our notes of cup cards.
All right, now. So we gonna really get into this now. So these last 2 or 3 cuff cards.
This is a fan favorite. Get the people what they want, D-Butt.
We gonna do a cuff card, more cuff.
Because these dudes ain't cuffing, so we gonna give y'all what y'all need to know.
Shit, this probably why they ain't cuffing. Friendly.
Ah!
Is it possible to be in a relationship and have a best friend of the opposite sex?
You know how I feel about that.
Is it possible to be in a relationship?
Absolutely. You can have a best. Now, can you make a best friend of the opposite sex after we get? Nah, if I ain't know her before.
So she got to be grandfathered in.
Yeah, she got to be grandfathered in for sure. Now, if you already have where she put if I have a best friend, where he supposed to go? Just because I'm in a relationship.
I don't know. I don't.
It's still parameters.
That's tough.
Just because
you know what? I think it's how it starts off. Like in the beginning. So let's say for the first year, 6 months, we in a relationship, we talking to each other. Let's just say we're not even in a relationship. We talking to each other. You got this male best friend, and I ain't met him yet. We ain't been in the same room together yet. He ain't been in no events, no functions. You got a birthday dinner. Well, then that's
weird. If because my best friend would be at my birthday dinners. My best friend was then that's not a real best friend.
But then you texting, you calling, or you.
That's not a real best friend. Then that's weird. So
same thing for a girl though. If I got this female best friend that, let's say we went to high school, we went to college together. It's my best friend. She may live in a different state, but you ain't really seen her. She ain't.
So how is she
made
even
it
a
no
threat?
business to.
How is she even a? She don't live here. How is she even a threat?
All right, now.
That's not even a threat.
Some long distance threats out here. Some Steph Curry's out here.
Listen, that ain't three.
Yeah, it's a long distance threats out here now.
Honestly speaking, I feel like insecurity is a very unattractive trait in any sex. So if I'm dating someone and you're threatened by someone that live way across the water,
it ain't about being threatened.
It's not even. If you have an issue with me having a best friend that happens to have the same reproductive organ that you have, then that's your threat. And if I don't give you, stop it.
If you got a best friend with a penis,
listen.
That need to be if it's your brother, when I meet your brother's around, he need to be a dude that I'm meeting him around, and I feel that energy, and I know, if that's a cool situation or not. In the beginning.
Anytime I'm dating someone, I make it clear, the people who I talk to and interact with that are males all the time, I make you familiar and comfortable with those names. You gonna know Mae's name. You gonna know your name. You gonna know, you gonna know, these are my friends, to where if I happen to be chilling with Mage and I'm eating with Mage, it's not gonna be oh, who's that? Or
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
cool.
made.
That should
You
be
know what
cool.
I'm
That
saying?
should be
Like,
cool.
so
I don't see an issue with that.
exactly. So
But I feel like it got to be that type of situation though. It couldn't
yeah,
be
but
a
you have to
situation
make
where-
up. There's ways to make your significant other comfortable with it. Now, if you want some sneaky stuff, and I'm only like if one of my homeboys call, if you call me, I could put you on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about anything inappropriate. You understand what I'm saying? So if
So
somebody,
my homegirl called my phone, right? I'm with you. Mm-hmm. You my girl. My best friend called my phone. So I answered. Let's say she FaceTime me.
you should, and you better
So
pick
I
it
answered
up.
that bitch. I'm like, yo, I'm with that.
Nah, that's a flag on the play.
Yo,
You better not.
Hey, yo, I'm with. Hey, just let you know.
Wow.
Hey, what's up?
Look, we gonna have a fight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We
yeah,
gonna
I
look.
see
Any ladies, when your man pull one of, I don't care if it's a
Dudes.
female or a dude.
Dudes.
When they hit you at the hey, say what's up to.
What that
say
mean?
what. You
Let
know
the
what
people-
that
let the
means.
people know what that mean.
That mean watch what you saying, because my girl right here, don't drop dime. Don't look. Don't tell on me. Hey, my girl is here, bro. Hey, look,
Help me.
Look. Hey, what up, sis? Kick rocks. Whenever they hit you with that, kick rocks. No, but you met me. Like, what did you think of me and my best friend? You know, like, because you met me with a best friend.
He had his girl there too.
And not always.
But I'm saying when I met y'all, like, you know.
Nah,
he was
seldomly.
my
At
boy.
one point, he had different girls every weekend, or sometimes no girls at all. Sometimes I'd just be there. And
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's possible for. I mean, I got female friends. This is a long time, like, where I wasn't cool with that at all. But I mean, I think as you get older, like you said, it's all about your partner and making you feel comfortable.
right,
with
as
the
long as you
situation.
didn't give somebody any
Yeah.
reason to feel like there's foul play, I think that you could have
Yeah.
friends of the opposite sex. As
That
long
was
as
a
it's
good
not
one.
sneaky. You're not going to be like, oh, we so close
Yeah.
that we see each other naked. No.
Nah.
Ain't the closest in the
Nah.
world. Like, or we sleep in the same bed. No, you don't.
Nah.
But if it's just we
Straight.
cool, should bills be split? I can't even read this. Should bills be split 50-50 in a relationship?
I I don't think so, but I don't think it's, I wouldn't cast that net on everybody and say that should never be the situation.
No,
for
I'm not
nobody.
casting the net on everybody. Like, if you're obviously building, you guys are making, the same salary, and it's like, y'all both, starting from the ground up, then whatever it takes to maintain sustainability as a unit,
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys are very comfortable, like I've talked to girls who have told me that their significant other, like made a significant amount of money and would expect them to contribute like well over, like, honest, the rule for rent is to give 30%, your rent shouldn't exceed 30% of your income.
Mm-hmm.
Her helping out with the bills would be like 60% of her income. And he made,
he was making way more than her. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
you understand what I'm saying?
I think.
And I'm like,
Everybody
girl, you
works
should
for them.
just have a roommate, because that's what he is. If you split something 50-50 with somebody who got it like that, and you can't, like, just have a roommate, or you here and I'm there, like, because we're not gonna. Now, I think there's a better question, like, in terms of with marriage, I feel like you should discuss finances and see what the best structure for you is. Because I'm not saying, I don't think it should be like 50-50 in terms of the bills. Like, in my household, I felt like, my dad did the mortgage and mom did like groceries, school uniform, things like that. I feel like, or maybe a fair thing would be both of you guys put 30% of your income in an account. And then, obviously 30% of your income versus 30% of my income. 30% of my income ain't gonna be much,
Y'all figure it out. For me, I'm
figure it out.
gonna take care of that stuff. Whatever you having or making, or that should be put away for, if something happened down the line with you. Like that, I won't say your money is your money if y'all, especially if y'all in the marriage, it's a one unit type thing. But if y'all ain't married, I'm cool with keeping things separate.
Of course, you should.
Just having the understanding of who's taking care of what. You know what I mean? Because the woman may want to take care of something. She may want to, take care of groceries.
by all
or
means do
pay the
that.
utilities or whatever. So
Yeah, that should be
do that.
what you do as a woman. You got to be worth your weight. Like,
you don't have to, but
No, but you want to
Normal.
feel like you're contributing.
Yeah, if you want, that's what I'm saying.
Quick to be like, listen, don't look, take your shoes off in my house. This is still my house. Look,
facts.
I ain't paid now mortgage, but it's still my. And that's because I bought the toilet tissue. You got that water? That's my water. I bought that. You know, so
you want to feel like it's your shit.
if this is stupid.
Pass it. Maybe later. How it sound? Woo, stupid too. Let me get a good one to end on. Ooh. Oh. What's worse? Lust with no love or love with no lust?
I think what's worse.
That's tough. That's a good question. That's a good one to end on.
I think what's worse is
I
lust
answer
with
that
no
for you.
love.
Oh.
I'd rather be loved because my ultimate goal is a forever family.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I want stability. I want someone that's always going to be there.
I feel like it's a lose-lose situation though, because you can have all that.
You got to
but,
pick one.
But you don't have somebody who lusts after you. Like, damn, girl, hurry up and get home. Like.
I want someone that's going to be home.
Come here, girl.
Lust after you be home. And
Yeah, he gonna be home, but
and
shit.
he lusting after everybody else too.
He gonna be home. He gonna be lusting after somebody else.
I'll post a thirst trap pic if I want to be lusted after, as long as I just want him to love me. If I had to choose.
If you had to choose, I mean, I guess I'd go with.
Nah, that's not go.
I
What you
can't
said
go with straight.
before.
I can't go with straight lust though. I guess I'd go with love too.
Yeah,
If I had to pick one, it's a lose-lose situation though. I don't want to be with somebody who loves me but don't lust after
you
me.
done changed your tune.
I mean, if I had to pick one, it's a lose-lose. If I got to pick one, I don't want somebody who just lusts after me and don't love me, because shit, that can change overnight.
Right,
You can be lusting
exactly.
after the next motherfucker, so I guess I'll take love.
And the way these dudes are groupies, all you gotta do is have their homeboy lust after you. That'll fix that. They'll be lusting after you then.
That's how they moving?
That's the high moving.
So we
I'm
done?
just saying. We
it.
done.
We wrapped it. This was a cuff-heavy episode.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Everybody told me that's what they wanted
Yeah.
the most of. I like getting your perspective from a male because I feel like I think like a guy too. But
Sometimes.
yeah, sometimes. But sometimes I'm real.
Sometimes
you know,
you tap back into your feminine
I
side.
do.
But it's good to have some of these conversations. Good questions, good answers.
Coming up next week, we're going to answer some Valentine's Day questions because that's coming up. I know a couple dudes getting nervous, a couple side chicks getting nervous, but that's for another episode. That wraps up D-DUP
Episode
podcast.
2. Don't give, you feel me? It's that splat. Come on, hey, I do this, man. Hey, I do this. When I tell you, I do this, I do. Come on, man. Lunch table sits, not in
Fire!
Y'all stop playing with
Now,
me,
can
man.
you do that and rap on top of it at the same time?
I thought you never asked. Let me see that. Come on, man.
Hey, I show hip